It is nice and early in the morning here in Swale, and the freaking pigeons never stop, but such is life. Today we're going out on a bit of an adventure. We're going back to Red Sands Fort, and then I might go further onto Shivering Sands Fort. It's supposed to be glassy. It's supposed to be no waves. There's like 0.1 or 2 of a meter of swell, but apart from that, very, very, very quiet, and it should be nice out there. Last time I was out there, it was a little bumpy. It was too bumpy to film even. I had to concentrate on being safe on the boat. The anchor got caught on some fishing tackle down there, and it was quite difficult to free it. So I had to tie myself on to the front of the boat and avoid getting thrown off it, which worked because I'm still here. This time it'll be smooth sailing, right? We're just waiting for the tide to come in. There's quite a big tide here in Kent, and there's only about a couple hours when the tide is high enough in this particular marina for you to be able to exit and come back. So you have to time things right, but our timing is good today. About 11 a.m. this will be right up here and we can leave, and then 12 noon tomorrow it's back at the same height and we can come back in again. We just need to disconnect the boat and cast off. This particular trip, I'm going to try and keep my speed down to about 8 knots and below. The difference between fuel consumption at 8 knots and 10 knots is about double. So by just cruising nicely at 8 knots, we'll get there. There's no hurry, but it saves a lot of money in fuel. It is crazy smooth out here today, which is really nice. It should be smooth all the way out to the forts, and it should stay smooth. But weather's weather, you know. It's like you never know what's going to happen, and you have to be prepared. So I'm actually in really good shape for this particular trip. Well, we made it. You can see the forts. And Shivering Sands, where I want to go to after this, is way over there. It's about another 5 miles, but the sea is quite calm. It's not quite as calm as I was expecting, but I think it's calming down a bit more over the next few hours, but we'll see. Honestly, I'm a little bit pissed off because the third time in a row, in like 2 weeks, the third time, my anchor has got caught in junk. As I said, that was kind of a pain in the ass because it's happened twice before in the last 2 weeks. I don't know if anyone's ever got their anchor snagged 3 times in 3 weeks when they've only been out 3 times. 4 times, they've been out 4 times. Holy shit, you piece of crap. Now we are going out towards Shivering Sands. I gotta be honest here, I want to drop the anchor. I made it out here, but the last 3 times it's got caught. So I don't know. Ugh. I probably will. I will. You know, okay, whatever. So, I mean, there's no boys around. It's just over a little bit further out here. But no one's ever got drone footage of these before. I've checked online. No one has taken a drone up right out here. So, and in case y'all are worried about me, well, I tie myself to the boat. It looks a little bit janky, but it's very securely tied to the boat. And if I did fall overboard, I would not float away because I'm tied to the boat. I'm probably gonna make this even more secure, but for now it works great. But it's because it's a bit scary, because sometimes you're on the boat, like somewhere at the front or side or whatever, and a large tanker will have gone past 10 minutes earlier, and the wake from it suddenly hits the boat and you are all over the place. I mean, literally like 30 degrees to 30 degrees to 30 degrees. So a 60 degree wiggle can get really, really scary if you're not in a secure place on the boat. But you don't know when that's coming. I mean, you'd think you would, but sometimes you don't see the boat go by. And then you're halfway up the side of the boat and the first wake hits and you just drop to get your center of gravity as low as possible and inside the frame of the boat, and then you're okay. But it's a little scary sometimes. But it does seem like we've successfully set anchor, and Shivering Sands forts are just there. I can see the Red Sands forts way over there, but I just thought it'd be different to come out here. This is the first time I've not been able to see the shore. I mean, it's the other side of this big wind farm here, if you can see it. So that's something new. There's a first for that as well. So far offshore that we can't see the shore. Anyway, we're anchored. I'm gonna make some lunch. So this is me having lunch at Shivering Sands Pizza. There's not many people in the world that can say they've eaten pizza at Shivering Sands, but I can. We are a million miles away from Burning Man, but I'd like to thank Larry for Burning Man, because we are way out to sea here, and yet I still have a generator and an angle grinder, because you shouldn't go anywhere without a generator and an angle grinder. I mean, you should, but... And for those of you that are curious, we have 8.6 meters of depth under us right now. So it's actually quite shallow. That's like 28, 29 feet. But it's really... There's a strange fact about the world, the globe. It's as smooth as a billiard ball. Even though there's like Mount Everest and Mariner's Trench, it's actually really smooth. Mariner's Trench is not as deep as I am from shore, and it only took a couple of hours to get here. So even though it looks really like the ocean, it's only 28 foot deep. You could almost swim down and touch the bottom. I'm not going to, but you could. It's kind of funny because you can't actually hear the windmills, but there's some noise coming from that side that isn't coming from this side. It's just this sort of hum. You won't even hear it on the microphone and the camera, but it's there. One of them got hit. I don't know if you can work out over there. A ship ran into it a long time ago. That was a successful flight. I got exactly what I wanted and a little more. That was a bit scary, but there's a little container ship. That is a baby container ship. That's about 1/100th of the size of the biggest ones. Maybe I'll take one more quick flight. Oh, you never want to do that, do you? No, fuck it, I won't. Whenever you do one last flight, that's when you screw up. So I'm gonna be sensible and I'm not gonna do that one last flight. It's like when you're skiing. Oh yeah, just one last run, and that's when you pick up your knee. I know, I did it. When you go skiing with someone who's much better than you, Sabrina, look out, because you could hurt yourself. And way over there, probably 20 miles away, is Sealand, which is the other fort. But we're not going there today because it's too damn far, and I want to go home. Well, I'm not going to go home. I'm going to go back to the Swale and drop anchor, because the tides aren't right to get in until it's after dark, so I can't do that. So there you go. But super fun today. Little stressful with the fucking anchor again, but there you go. Thank you, forts.